We got some time.
Oh, they've got some time. That's good.
We're going to start winding down the questions. We'll take more for a little bit, but then we want to leave you guys with a cool thing we want to show you guys. So just letting you know it's
Is this then the Robocop versus Terminator preview?
Right in front here.
I just wonder what else I would really have to show or to talk about.
Batman.
Rainbow Dash.
Well, yeah, Rainbow Dash was surprising. I learned that Batman was hit by Darkseid's eye beams, which sent him back to the dawn of time, where he met the first human being who ever existed, and then he became a pirate.
Wait, why
True story.
did he?
That was in the comics, apparently.
How did he live?
There's some weird
Like
stuff.
get back to the present.
All right, your pick this time.
I think. All right, we haven't done the right side in a while. You
Oh,
yeah, you're good. Yes, and it's on Screw Attack because we just got a leak. This guy, since Superman versus Goku, he has been working on it. He published his article like.
Oh, it's been published. We're talking about
Right, no, but he completed it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
So for a year, no, it was finally finished.
Oh,
yeah, it was started in January. Yeah, no, so for a year, this guy has been making his case as to why we were wrong. It crashed. Like I have my PC that I work on, and then I have this little MacBook that I use. I made the mistake of clicking on the link to the blog on the Mac, and it completely crashed it. I wish Sean were here. Sean pulled up the words for it, and it was insane. The problem is, like, I totally admire the guy's dedication and being like, he very much was taking it to heart and wanted to do the research. But I feel so bad because, like, right off the bat, there's a few things that, like, we immediately contradict in our video, like the fucking power level thing. Like, that's so many, we get that all the time. It's like, well, if you look at it based on his power levels, it's like, watch a video on why you can't use the power levels.
He basically sets up a couple rules and almost immediately goes against his own rules. So, like, right off the bat, it's clearly not right in any way, shape, or form, but it's like, oh my god, it's the biggest blog you will ever see in the internet.
It's huge, it's insane. We totally. Yeah, he was like a book. He wrote a book on why we were wrong and why Goku would actually win.
A book on how Death Battle was wrong.
That's the
That's intense
dedication. Yeah,
dedication. That's scary dedication. I mean, good job, writer of it. But it's a lot.
For David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury versus Sam Jackson.
Nick Fury, that'd be interesting.
Kind of fun.
We were just talking about that with Bob in the room about David Hasselhoff and Nick Fury. Anyway.
That poor guy with the green wristband, he's been holding his hand up so long.
When we did Link versus Cloud, a lot of people mentioned, oh hey, why don't you do Hero Time versus a different version of Link? Because all of them have different weapons and stuff.
Fierce deity. That'll be fair.
Yeah. And I thought about it, but a lot of what we do with Death Battle kind of, like, we don't mix different versions of each character into one, but a lot of characters, like for Superman, for example, there are different versions.
Yeah, they have all these different, like, canon
but a lot of them are based
beings.
off the same one. So, like, the Superman movie is based off of one of the comics. He does all the same things that the comic one does. So if you put them up against each other, it's basically just putting a guy up against himself.
But maybe, I'd like to kill two.
So who would
But
win?
some of them, like a young Link versus an older Link, maybe that would be interesting.
Is that possible?
I feel like the older Link would win. Am I wrong? Unless you're saying like two Link, then there would be other things.
Oh yeah, that was good. You go for that one.
We met a guy who was very dedicated to the show.
We're not bitching or anything like that. We're totally it's awesome. Like when people get like super nerded out by our show, that's great because it's like they're like I've watched like every episode like 50 times and it's like fucking thanks, man.
Every time a person comes up and says I love your show, it makes everything worth it. Like it really does.
Yeah.
So this guy,
we wouldn't have a job if you guys didn't watch our videos. So thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. This guy loved it a lot, and he had a lot of ideas for Death Battle. So he brought suggestions written down.
No, they're all printed out.
And
He
they're all
did
printed out.
artwork for every single one.
With artwork, and there were about 50 pages. So there was a lot of suggestions to go through.
That was it. Is that
There were a lot of them were actually pretty good. So
Pretty sure my little brother has a lot of suggestions he would want to see. Not 50 pages, but a number.
Sure.
Smaller number.
I was working
more
on
than
a
I
merchandise
have.
table, and had people suggest death battle suggestions to me for I think 4 hours. So, and that's cool. Like again, we're having talk on the show. And like, yeah, that went on for quite a while. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. So that's it.
Get the guy with the green wristband.
Superman shirt.
I'm rooting for you, buddy. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the new Desolation of Smog movie? Okay.
No.
We were talking about how it should be called Desolation of Legolas. So, it kills everybody. So, I've actually kind of wanted to bring Legolas in for a while. I think it would be kind of cool. A lot of people recommend Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. Like, they're really cool, you know, archers, but I think it would be
maybe
cool.
A triple threat match for Legolas in there.
Like, to bring somebody in who's not, like, almost a copy of Green Arrow or Hawkeye. Like
and we've talked about doing, you know, Gandalf.
Gandalf versus Dumbledore.
Gandalf versus Dumbledore over here a lot.
That's when you always
Problem is, like, Gandalf does, like, one thing and then just disappears for a while, and then...
Well, Lord of the Rings characters
he just comes back.
I guess, analyze.
They're all symbolism.
It was all written as, like, a Christianity symbolism thing. So it's like, well, what are their limitations? Well, Peter Jackson gave them limitations, but in the book, they might not actually have those.
Plus, anytime like something really serious is about to go down, then a bunch of fucking eagles just fly in and save Gandalf.
So he'd be about to die at the hands of Dumbledore. Eagles would just swarm down. Yes, swarm. I said it.
What inspired Death Battle?
Ben.
I just finished another show for Screw Attack, a skit show, and I was just kind of putting ideas out there of what I want to do next. I had a couple ideas. One of them was, oh, you know, the guys at Screw Attack like Deadliest Warrior. I'll watch an episode. And I watched an episode of Deadliest Warrior. Thought, okay, this is really cool. It'd be kind of cool to see, like, video game characters in there, wouldn't it? And so I was thinking about that for a while, and some other ideas of characters and stuff came from.
And then you see like the versus shows, you
Yeah.
know, that are like it's always a popularity contest.
Machinima had a versus show at the time where they just talked about it. Because I looked it up after Deadliest Warrior. I was like, does anybody do this?
Right,
And
you have to.
they had a show where they just talk about who would win, and then.
But it's always like, who would win? You tell us.
Yeah.
And so it's like, fuck that.
Nobody had the balls to kill
tell
you. So I was like, we're gonna do it, and
Do you see the matter?
Because he's a man.
Yeah, so that's
so how about over here, Blue?
He's finally been chosen! And he didn't even stand. Maybe he can't stand. Let's not jump to conclusions. I can't hear him anyway. It must be almost over. People are starting to leave.
Right, the Goku thing.
Yeah.
So you read through the whole thing.
Still can't hear. Just take a drink now. That sounds good.
So wait, what is the question exactly?
Do we read it? Like, we analyze it. Yeah, I mean, we'll read it. We'll double check. Yeah, it's not like we're completely closed-minded. You know, I mean, we'll take a look at it, but at the same time,
Although
so far we're still right. But it's not like we'll read it.
Yeah, we read it, but you know, going to that example, it says it would have won if we didn't include movies. All of our biggest tweets that we gave Superman were from the comics, so movies don't really matter.
I mean,
That's fair.
Owned. No, but no, I mean, I'm just joking around, but yeah, I mean, we do read criticism if that's what you're asking. Yes,
Yeah,
we do read criticism because the only way a show can get good is if it reads the criticism and if it understands what's bad about it in other people's eyes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm totally open to that.
Cool. All right, let's do.
Good guy.
Are those the blue shirt? All I see is their sleeve and a hand. There you are. Okay,
Sleeve and a hand.
there you go.
It's fun because I can't hear these questions like most of the time, so I really just have to go off of the response.
I'm pretty sure that would just come down to Justice League versus Goku. Maybe Vegeta? I mean, everybody would get Yamcha, so.
Do we get to use pre-crisis Superman?
And pre-crisis Wonder War, pre-crisis Wonder Man. That would be a pretty epic fight, but I think we're going to do, or we would like to do Justice League versus Avengers first.
First. What if they actually have plans to do that then?
2 or 3 more questions.
And then we're going to shake up. Yeah.
How about over here, the red, holding...
Ramus? That's Ramus, it's from League of Legends.
Okay, I don't think so, I'm sorry.
And what's the future of the armory?
Future of the armory with Boomstick?
Yeah. So we recently just kind of did some evaluations, and like we were just looking at like, you know, hey, what shows are people wanting to see? What shows aren't people wanting to see? Well, it wasn't doing that well, so it went away. It's gone.
Been put on hold for a while.
Yeah, it's on hold for right now. Who knows? We may see something in the future, but as of right now, it's better for us to focus on the stuff that you guys
we
are
can
doing.
attempt to revive an old show. So.
Yeah, but
we got a couple good episodes.
Okay, that's fair.
There, blue beanie. It's like it's cool. Like at the same time, it's like you can see how far it comes. If you start watching Death Velvet.
The way I've always seen it is if we had a larger team and we had people who could go back and touch up, animations and stuff, that'd be great. But I would rather put efforts into making new episodes than fixing old ones.
I would rather that too.
Who knows?
Because again, it is nice to
like
be able to see how they grew.
Well, we can do it. I don't know. Blu-ray or something.
Let's go in the middle here with the black hat.
There's the fox.
Ganondorf versus Sephiroth. We've had Ganondorf, well, we had both of them recommended a lot. Ganondorf versus Dracula is also one that's recommended a lot.
Like
I would
Castlevania
really like to
Dracula?
bring both of them in at some point. Maybe not against each other, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Both of them would be good in a death battle. How about white sweatshirt, way back?
You ever thought of Unicorn versus Black?
Yes. Yes. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's our new Goku versus Superman. We get that one suggested a lot.
What
So
one?
In fact, I was waiting for that question to come up because we get it every
we're still talking about how
I would love to do that.
we're still talking about how we'll do that one.
The animation for that one would be tough, and deciding who would win would be really tough.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of looked at it a little bit, and it's kind of on the, I guess, the back end.
Waiting for him to say a name.
So it probably will happen at some point.
Ah!
The other.
I'll probably see it while editing or hear it, Maybe.
This is my personal versus Superman. Whatever 40K Space Marine versus Halo Spartan.
All the chairs seem to be angled like the wrong way.
So versus Spartan.
I guess they're not, but it looks that way when you zoom out. To me.
Team fights. We talked about it. I'm sure you'll see something.
We've had a lot of like Double Dragon versus Streets of Rage, I think is what it was.
The final fight.
The final fight. As well as, of course, Avengers versus Justice League.
I'm sure some people wanted to see
Those are the
Star
ones
Fox
who-
versus Bucky O'Hare's team
yes,
whenever
I would
it's
love
on.
to do team fights or partner fights, 2 versus 2. Those would be fun. We didn't do a whole lot of that back in the day, simply because of the animation limitations. It would be really tough to animate.
And also every
It's gonna
extra
be
character should look
Yeah.
research.
Yeah, but definitely in the works. Let's get one more question.
One more question.
It's got a really good one.
If your question sucks, we'll hate you.
You got sauce, man.
So I hit a giant foam rocking hand, so. Alright.
So, since you guys have already touched on a very dangerous subject of Goku and Superman, and you're just talking about the team fights.
The last one would be a Goku Superman, wouldn't it? No, I'm kidding.
We'll see. Captain Kirk and Captain Picard fight.
Captain Kirk versus Picard?
Captain Kirk and Captain Picard. Oh shit, Star Trek.
I've actually brought that up before because It would be...
Just throw all the captains. Let's put Cisco and Janeway in there.
Yeah, Captain Battle.
Captain Whale.
We'll do that. That could be fun. I mean, none of them were really like fighters. Like compared to...
Dude, Kirk fights.
Kirk is pretty badass, but...
Picard has number one. Do his fighting for him? No.
Picard could just talk and
Yeah.
feel bad and let him win.
That's interesting. We should, you know, we talked about Star Trek.
Feel bad because he makes you feel bad, not because you pity him.
Had a Han Solo versus Captain Kirk is highly, requested. I don't know if we did that,
And imagine now it's more like
Alright, cool. We're gonna show you
versus
guys something cool. So,
Star-Lord,
basically, we've had our interview working on Robocop versus Terminator for quite a while. And because we love you guys, we love MAGFest, we wanted to give you guys a little kind of sneak preview of what's to come. So a couple of the scenes you'll see, it's mostly fully rendered, but if something looks shitty, that just means it's not fully rendered.
Yeah, this is actually also kind of a good look at behind the scenes. Like, it all looks pretty good, but there are a couple little shots that you'll see something flicker, or maybe Robocop. The models in this are fantastic. Those are really cool models. But sometimes Robocop shininess will just disappear and it'll be this weird cel-shaded flat thing. That's simply because it's not rendered. And for anybody who doesn't know, rendering is basically, or an unrendered thing.
Save time. It just means it's not finished yet.
Not finished, just to save memories.
Okay. Anyway, so we're going to show you guys this. This is just a little bit of the fight. There's a ton more to see.
Okay, since it's just a bit of a fight and it includes some like unrendered stuff, we'll watch it. Unlike the Godzilla vs. Gamera where I skipped it, so we'll actually watch this fight. I do remember this battle. Not all of it, obviously, but I enjoyed it. They just have like random lights. 5.5 miles that way. Good to know. I wonder how many people are like freaking out right now.
Holy shit! Hey, where'd you come from? How'd you do that?
Give me your guns and your clothes. Now!
Whoa, hey, buddy, that's not really my thing. Hey, what are you doing? Don't touch that! Ah!
See, now this is really loud.
134, be advised.
Yeah.
Freeze, creep. You are under arrest. Come quietly, or there will be trouble. Negative. Walk away if you want to live. You are coming with me. Alive. Or dead. Fight! Hasta la vista, baby.
Just so much of the battle, they're gonna... Never mind. Screw attack. Yes.
There's a little bit of a teaser for you guys. So there's much more to go. There's so much more. So much more to go. Which, by the way, we got a Arnold voice actor. Like, that's the guy's job is to pretend to be Arnold.
Actually, something about the voices. We got professional, Joe got a professional voice actor, voice impressionist. That's the
There we
word.
go.
Then we got a guy doing Robocop's voice in Lion-O, and the Human versus Lion-O, and then the guy in the shop that Robocop kills at the beginning is talking about
The Terminator kills. Steals from Release. Apparently he died because Ben said so.
I think that's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, we're a little over time. Also, guys, so we'll be out with sign autographs, take pictures and stuff. And then also, if you guys are looking for something to do, coming up right after this is an awesome little riff tracks with some friends of ours. They'll be doing a really cool little panel, kind of mystery science.
Grandma Floss, Pro Jared, and Pat DNS. They'll be here for the Rick Brothers.
I like Pro Jared's reviews.
Yeah, so we'll check it out. So we'll be outside. But thank you guys so much. We love you all. We'll be running around.
Hey, claps for Death Battle. Chad and James, Chad and Ben. I always do that whenever I'm going to talk about them. I'm like, yeah, Chad and James. No. Okay, let's talk about this. And now that we have no more video, we can actually take my headphones off. Yay! Okay, so honestly, I don't think any of the last questions in that last little bit really stood out to me in terms of me wanting to talk about them. But I do think that it was really cool that you got to see the sneak preview of that. First, because again, you know, it's just awesome because that was what everyone was waiting for at the time. They were waiting for the new death battle, Robocop vs. Terminator, you know, hype was high. So you got to see that. More so, though, you got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes, because like they said, and as we all saw, it wasn't completely finished yet. You know, there were a lot of bits unrendered, where like I'd say Robocop was just really bright. It could just be that bright, kind of like almost periwinkle gray kind of thing, you know? And then lastly, I guess, or the last thing I'll say until I think of something else to say about that, is just being able to be there in the room with everyone, you know, because you're all fans of Death Battle and you all get to enjoy the hype together. I know that, you know, I've been in certain situations with a certain fandom or a group of just, you know, like-minded people, and we've all gotten to celebrate something that was just awesome, and then being able to be there together and celebrated it, you know, together was even more awesome. You know, I like that kind of feeling of camaraderie, the feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself. So I think that that would be a really, you know, it's a good reason to go to, you know, the conventions, to attend those panels. If nothing else, you know, I enjoyed watching it. You know, I kind of got like a third person I was there too thing, except not exactly. You know, yeah, I hope I can go to conventions in the future, because it would be a lot of fun, especially if I got to meet them. It'd be really cool. Of course, make sure to go here again, you know, make sure you like it, leave a comment if you want about what you thought was cool or whatever. Just make sure you show Screw Attack and Death Battle that you support them and their official releaseness. And with all that, thanks for watching! I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, of course, feel free to like, comment, and if you're new, even subscribe. It means a lot, it really helps me out, and I would love to have you guys. So, tune in next time for the next video. Until then, take care. Cue outro, go!